Oh, geez. Yeah. Hold on. Just a second, guys. Okay. Hey guys, yeah, I saw Return to Silent Hill and it was really bad. It wasn't good at all. I wasn't expecting it to be good, but it managed to be even worse than I thought it would be. I kind of feel like they maybe should have just done like a TV show or something. I don't know. It just did not work. But anyways, give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Hey, I'm not familiar with Silent Hill, but I've heard that movie sucked. Yeah, it was really bad. It was not faithful to the source material at all. It just was overall just a very bad movie, unfortunately. I probably won't spoil anything, but yes, it was really bad. But it was disappointing for me. So I think one thing is, I think for like, I think not, I think kind of as much as like, I think the biggest, kind of like fandom geeky thing for a lot of people is usually video games. For me, for the tier of stuff that I like, I have music at the way top. Then I have probably like geography. I don't know. It's not really, maybe I guess geography and politics and stuff like that's maybe number 2, but I don't really discuss that on my channel at least all that often. But it's not really a geeky thing, I guess, as entertainment goes. So it'd be music at the way top, then movies, then TV shows, and then video games, and then at the way bottom it's books because I don't really read that many books. I mean, I've read some, but there's some I don't really read them. I kind of want to read them a bit more often than I do. But anyways, so the Silent Hill 2 is one of my favorite games, and it's a story I love to just geek on and just talk about all the time. But like one thing is not everyone will go ahead and try to play a game. I mean, you have to buy it. I don't know. They can be expensive. They can be around $50 or so. You need to have the console to play it. You need to do all this stuff in order to play the game. Some people can just sit down and get the story from like a TV show if there's a TV show adaptation, which there usually aren't, but like this is a movie. I kind of knew from the get-go that you need to put 7 hours of story into an hour and 40-minute long movie. I just knew it wasn't going to work, but it didn't even respect the story, man. It was just, they changed some stuff and just, Oh gosh, it just wasn't good. But I kind of feel like even if the movie was just more faithful to the story, then it could have still been bad, but it wouldn't be as bad as it was. Because I feel like if to make something that actually is good, you need to. Geez, I feel like you'd have to completely like adapt it and make it in like to a TV show. I feel like if you want to get the whole full story, because there's just so much stuff that's just kind of just it just feels like there's just hopping and hopping and hopping different scenes and all this other stuff. It just doesn't work. Hey, Darian, how you doing? um, but yeah, I'll just say it like it is. It wasn't good. Also, one thing I'm excited for. Well, I'm actually going to see Iron Lung this Saturday, by the way, too. That Markiplier movie. But also, one other thing is By Storm's debut album, um, uh, Ghost Going Ghost. Is that what it's called? Let me see. My Ghost Go Ghost. Yeah. It's the Injury Reserve, the two members that are still alive from Injury Reserve. They're going to release their debut album. And I expect it to be really good, maybe even better than by the time I get to Phoenix. We'll have to see. Yeah, they're looking forward to that one. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely am. Also, Geologist from Hanko is releasing the debut. Oh, nice. Oh, I thought he already released like a. Did he not? Hold on. Hmm. Oh yeah, he did like a collaborative release. Sounds like. Yeah, Geologist was the opening act when I saw Panda Bear live. Oh, gotcha. Did you see that Jesse Wars and Thundercat have announced albums? I did. Jesse Ware and I did not know that. Yeah. Maybe it's just not really my style, but I gotta admit, I think Jessie Ware is a bit overrated. I think I like her music, but I don't understand why she's as highly praised as she is. I mean, her album "What's Your Pleasure" is great, but I don't get why so many people said it was like one of the best albums of 2020 or something. But I don't know. It's still a good album. It just I don't know. I would probably but Thundercat's all right though. I mean, I like. Don't get me wrong. I like Jessie Ware a lot. I just don't think. I just yeah. Hmm. It's just not really my style. I mean, I don't know. But like I said, it's still good. I love Jessie Ware, but just I don't know. I kind of feel like she's a bit overrated. I like the album "Drunk" by Thundercat. I did. Okay. Oh, guys, give me a second. What are your thoughts on the con? Oh, I haven't heard it. I heard he apologized for it, but I don't know. I actually used to have a bunch of videos of like Kanye stuff because he used to be like one of my favorite rappers ever, and I still like his music, but he's really gone off the deep end. I mean, I think there are like I think with him with the whole like him supporting Trump and all this other stuff, I was disgusted by that, and at that point, I didn't like him as a person anymore. But I still liked his music. But I would still have his stuff on my channel, and then he basically just went in a whole neo-Nazi direction, which makes no sense because he's a black man, and the Nazis didn't particularly like people that were black, so it doesn't make any sense. But like, um, now I'm like, yeah, I don't want any of his stuff on my channel. It's just really, but I don't know. I didn't hear about that. I'll have to look into it and see what he said, though. Because I don't really know if he's really even serious. Because like I remember he apologized for his remarks, and then he made that like Nazi album or whatever, and then scrapped it. But I don't know. It kind of makes me wonder if he's actually even sincere. But hold on, give me a second. I can look it up. Hold on. I will say it's one of the better apologies I've read, but it's one of those things where we'll have to see what changes he makes in life. I don't know. Hold on. I think Kanye is a very talented person. He's just obviously not a very good person. Hold on. Let me see. Where's his apology? Let me see. Oh God, I hate these when they have to when you try to read an article and then it says you need to sign up or something. How do you think he even goes down a rabbit hole like that? You know, one thing I think is kind of weird is there's actually a lot of rappers that support Trump. I've noticed. I'm not. You wouldn't imagine. You wouldn't think so, but for some reason, there's a lot of usually people in music, are usually liberal or progressive or something, but for some reason, a lot of people in rap are really conservative. I'm not sure why, but I mean, I wouldn't say usually, but there's a lot more than you would think, I guess, for some reason. And I'm not sure why that is the case, but for some reason it is. But I would say probably the majority probably don't. But yeah, like I guess country makes sense, or like black metal kind of makes sense. But yeah. Where's the apology at? Hold on. Kanye. Where is his apology? Hold on. Yeah, I know he. I think he said, yeah, it's just so weird. Just so dumb. Hold on. Okay. Where is it? Where can I read it? Do you know? It's published in the Wall Street Journal. I know, but it's just I'm trying to look at the Wall Street Journal thing, and it's it says I have to sign up in order to view it. So I can't view it because it says I need to sign up in order to freaking read the thing. I'm definitely not signing up to the Wall Street Journal of all things. Even though I think they're not insanely crazy, they're still not something I really I mean, I don't think I really give any of these corporations my money, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Well, is there just a Can someone take a screenshot of it? I owe a huge apology once again for everything that I said that hurt the Jewish and Black communities in particular. Of all of it went too far. I looked at wreckage of my episode and realized that it isn't who I am. Is that it? Was that it though? I think even then, I don't think it's that great of an apology. Yeah, I mean, The link has a full apology. I don't see a link. What am I getting a bunch of notifications for? Well, how have you been, man? Doesn't look like I could post. That's all right. That's okay. That's fine. Where did you find the link? 2 people gave it a like. Thank you. Oh crap! Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, never mind. Also, by the way, for anyone wondering, yes, I did pre-order the By Storm album before it sold out, just so everyone knows. All right, let's see. Kanye apology letter. Okay. I think I found it. Hold on. Is this it? It's on Threads. It's taking a while to load. To those I've hurt 25 years ago, I was in a car accident that broke my jaw and caused injury to the right frontal lobe of my brain. At the time, the focus was on the visible damage and the fracture, the swelling, and the immediate physical trauma. The deeper injury, the ones inside my skull, went unnoticed. I don't know. I feel like when he's starting off like that, it's kind of a like, I'm sorry that happened to you, man, but I don't think it really justifies anything. Comprehensive scans were not done. Neurological exams were limited, and the possibility of a frontal lobe injury was never raised. It wasn't properly diagnosed until 2023. That medical oversight caused serious damage to my mental health and led to my bipolar type 1 diagnosis. Bipolar disorder comes with its own self defense system, denial. When you're manic, you don't think you're sick. You think everyone else is overreacting. You feel like you're seeing the world more clearly than ever, when in reality, you're losing your grip entirely. Once people label you as crazy, you feel as if you cannot contribute anything meaningful to the world. It's easy for people to joke and laugh it off when the fact is a very serious, um, debilitating disease you can die from. According to the World Health Organization and Cambridge University, people with bipolar disorder have life expectancies that is shortened by 10 to 15 years on average, with a 2x to 3x higher all-cause mortality rate than the general population. This is on par with severe heart disease, type 1 diabetes, HIV, and cancer, all lethal and fatal if left untreated. The scariest thing about this disorder is how persuasive it is when it tells you you don't need help. It makes you blind, but convinced you have insight. You feel powerful, certain, unstoppable. I lost touch with reality. Things got worse the longer I ignored the problem. I said and did things I deeply regret. Some of the people I love the most. I treated the worst. You endured fear, confusion, humiliation, and the exhaustion of trying to have someone who was at times unrecognizable. Looking back, I became detached from my true self. In that fractured state, I gravitated toward the most destructive symbol I could find, the swastika, and even sold T-shirts bearing it. One of the difficult aspects of having bipolar type 1 are the disconnected moments, many of which I still cannot recall, that led to poor judgment and reckless behavior that oftentimes feels like a out of body experience. I regret and am deeply mortified by my actions in that state, and am committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change. I do not excuse what I did, though. I am not a Nazi or anti-Semite. I love Jewish people. To the Black community, which held me down for all my highs and lows, and the darkest of times, the Black community is unquestionably the foundation of who I am, and I'm sorry to have let you down. I love us. In early 2025, I fell into a 4-month-long manic episode of psychotic, paranoid, and impulsive behavior that destroyed my life. As the situation became increasingly unsustainable, there were times I didn't want to be here anymore. Having bipolar disorder is a notable state of constant mental illness. When you go into a manic episode, you are ill at that point. When you are not in an episode, you are completely normal, and that's when the wreckage from the illness hits the hardest. Hitting rock bottom a few months ago, my wife encouraged me to finally get help. I've found comfort in Reddit forums of all places. Different people speak of being in manic or depressive episodes of similar nature. I read the stories and realized that I was not alone. It's not just me who runs their entire life once a year, despite taking meds every day and being told by the so-called best doctors in the world that I'm not bipolar, but merely experiencing symptoms of autism. My words as a leader in my community have global impact and influence in my mania. I lost complete sight of that. As I find my new baseline in a new center for an effective regime of medication, therapy, and exercise and clean living, I have newfound much needed clarity. I am pouring my energy into positive, meaningful art, music, clothing, design, and other new ideas to help the world. I'm not asking for sympathy or a free pass, though I aspire to earn your forgiveness. I write today simply asking for your patience and understanding as I find my new way home. With love, yay. Okay. I don't know. Not as bad as I guess I thought it was going to be, but still not very good. Yeah. All right. See you, Darren. Like I said, we'll just have to see what he does now, I guess. Yeah. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. What's up?
these.
Oh yeah, hold on, Barker. So I'm streaming right now, so I don't want you to.
Sorry.
No, I mean I just didn't know if you probably didn't want to be on camera or something. So it just was. But you can show me. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, and also for the movie tomorrow, not tomorrow, sorry, it's Saturday. So what we're gonna do this time, right, is we're gonna Cass is gonna go this way. I don't know if you remember the theater. She doesn't know. So what we'll do is we'll probably me, you, I can't really see it very well. It's just black. Is it Taurus like the other one? Yeah. Yeah, I think they do. All right, that's cool. All right, I'm back. Oh, I gotta make you hold on. Give me a second, Jace. Because I see you here all the time, I'm gonna add you as a moderator. I'll manage you moderator. Actually, I don't know. I feel like I should. No offense, but I should be the one to be able to do that. So I'll make you a moderator because you've been in here a lot. So there you go. You're a moderator now. Oh, actually, wait. Hold on. I guess give me a second. I guess I can make you because it looks like managing moderator. Is that or? Okay, hold on. Here we go. A standard moderator. There we go. Because I think managing is when you can give other people moderation. I feel like I should be the one to be able to do, I don't know. I feel like if we were like a big stream thing, which we're not, then I guess I could maybe do that. But I feel like just because it's just I'm just a guy who's just doing it for fun. Not many people watch. I guess I just so we'll do that. Why don't I see the little screw or whatever the wrench thing on you though? Oh, hold on. I guess I can make you a man. Yeah, hold on. I'll make you a managing moderator. Here we go. There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, what other releases are you excited for that are coming out? Because I think the By Storm album was one I was looking forward to for a while, even before I was like, I can't wait until they drop an album. It's gonna be flames. So. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard that he's releasing something tomorrow. He's all right. My favorite release of this year, though, so far is still that like Loop Cinema EP, the My Lovely Yellow Combi, whatever, you know what I mean. Yeah. And also, apparently, some of the members of Refuse dropped a really good, like, experimental, like, jazz thing that last Friday under the name Back and Grillin'. It's pretty good. It's because I think Refuse kind of has a weird discography because they have The Shape of Punk to Come, which is like one of the best punk albums ever, and then everything else they did is like, yeah, except Fanning the Flames of Discontent is a good album, but this is probably one of the strongest things that they've done that Refuse related things. But I think it's not as good as definitely not as good as Shape the Punk to Come, and not as good as Songs to Fan the Flames, but it's still probably the third best thing that they've done. So I think it's only on Bandcamp though, but it's good. But like I said, it's probably like if I were to score it, I give it like a strong 7 to a light 8 or something, which is really good by other Refused albums because, like I said, I think they have more bad albums than good albums, but their good albums are like really, really, really good. So, yeah. Give me a second. We're back. Have you heard about the new supergroup called Evil Island that has members of Off and Blood Brothers? They haven't released anything yet, but it could be interesting. No, I haven't heard of that. Interesting. But I got it. Well, I don't know. I gotta admit, I haven't heard of. I don't think I've heard of Off, and I think I've heard of Blood Brothers, but I don't think I've ever listened to them. Huh. Oh wait, no, I have listened to this. Okay, so I listened to I think Free LSD. I think I listened to that one. Blood Brothers. Let me see. Sometimes yeah. All right, the Blood. Oh wait, I know the Blood Brothers. Yeah, I've listened to the one album Crimes. Yeah, I've listened. That's a good album. I've listened to that one. Interesting. I think I've also listened to Burn Piano Island Burn. I think I've also listened to that one. But Crimes is really good. Scop, like it's the sass or whatever, sass punk or whatever. Interesting. Well, that should be cool. Give me a second. I think I heard my dog crying downstairs. I'll be right back. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. Here you go. Yeah, it sounds interesting. Oh yeah, I did hear Sun was releasing an album. I did hear about that. I think Sun's a bit overrated too. I gotta admit. I think they're decent, but I don't know. I like. Yeah, I don't think like. I think I've kind of come to the conclusion that like I'm not big on super. I mean, I love Boris though. I will say, but I don't know. There's a yeah. I guess drone metal isn't a genre I'm like super in love with, but that's okay. But I think Sun's still pretty good though. But I just yeah. There's one release called Burning Witch. I think that I think is pretty good. I do like their album Monoliths and Dimensions quite a lot though. I will say. Uh, Safdie. Hold on. I did not. Oh, the Benny, the Safdie, as in like the Safdie brothers. Josh Saf. Is that it? Hold on. I didn't hear about that. Huh. Oh crap! Oh yeah, that was a really weird scene. Yeah. Ugh. What? That, ugh. I don't even. What? I don't. What? I'm even. Was this? Was this like? I don't even think I remember that scene. I thought I was talking about the one scene with Robert Pattinson. Ugh. That's messed up. Hmm. Is that? Oh, is that the reason they split up? Um, mm. Yeah. Hey there, Rudy. How you doing? That's all right. Fortunately, we're gonna end it soon, though. Oh, I meant to. Hold on, give me a second. Before I go, I might show something I got. Hold on, give me a second. So this came. Give me a second. I don't know if you can see this little one right there. I have another one right there. So I thought it was going to be large, but it's tiny. That little thing. It's cool. I like it. Hmm. And also, I talked about the beginning of. I talked at the beginning about Return to Silent Hill, saying how bad a movie it was and how disappointing it was as me as a Silent Hill 2 fan. All right, anyways, guys. See you in the next one. It's good talking to you guys. Bye. See you in the next one.